We're back at it, and last week we were out here and got some of this garden bed dug up. I am just going to finish it up, I guess. So all we're trying to do, there are several layers of black plastic and landscape fabric. So what I'm trying to do with this, how do I explain this? On top of the landscape cloth is predominantly just like beauty bark and things like that that's been decomposed and broken down over the years, and then underneath is basically just clay soil mixed with sand. It's actually not too terrible, but it smells awful. It's so bad. It smells like compost without any carbon in it. It's just terrible. And so I need to get the dirt off of it, or the beauty bark off of the top of it, and I need to pull off the landscape cloth and the plastic, and then kind of sort of till underneath it, and then put the beauty bark back on top of it. I'm hoping that I can plant into the actual soil underneath and put the beauty bark on top of it and just be done with all of this cloth and fabric and things. The success of these tulips, once they actually start to grow, if they start to grow, depending on the success of them, that will determine if I'm going to plant in here, because I'm undetermined on whether or not Roundup was used in this bed. And I figure if tulips that have been sitting out rotting basically and they're super moldy and just treated terribly, I figure if they can grow in this bed, there's a pretty good chance that no Roundup was used. They probably won't do any kind of root vegetables or anything. I'm gonna play it by ear. I keep changing my mind, so I'm not gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do it, and then I'll show you later on what I actually do. So onward. It's raining, it is windy. I have an umbrella that is covering up you to keep you nice and dry. So probably not going to do a whole lot of talking beyond now, because I also do not have one of those little muffly things to go on top of my microphone. So I'm sure it's probably really windy in the sound. So we're just going to cut to the chase, and I'll show you everything I'm doing. Well, it's the weirdest thing. Keep finding these in there. There's a bunch of these. It's just like, it's almost like strings. At first I thought that maybe, like last week I thought maybe it was like snake skins or something, but now that I'm peeling it further back, it's making me wonder if it might not just be like some kind of rope or twine that was left under there and it has decomposed. But it's super weird looking. I don't know if you know what that is, but if y'all do, let me know, because it's weird. You can see there's all these strings, and this is where I dug it up from the other one I showed you, and there's all these different kinds of paths. There's this one, who knows where that thing goes, and these are what made me think that this was like snake skins and stuff, but just there's so many different little collections, makes me think otherwise. So I don't know. If you get bit by a snake or something like that, that'll kind of suck. But we'll see what happens. So I am beyond excited. I just got done talking to the former owner of this house, and he's the one who actually had the property built. He designed everything, knows where everything is, all the wires, all the cables, all the cords, all the everythings. And so he reassured me that the wire that I went across right here was the dish cable that goes down to the cable that's at the end of the property that we don't even use. So, which I knew it was, but still it's nice to get that kind of confirmation. And he told me exactly where the wires are and where they're not, that are connected to the house, that run to the street and, you know, run the shop to the house and all those kind of stuff. So he kind of gave me the rundown on that, so I feel much more safe, much more confident digging up the, let me see, this bed right here and the one that's right behind you over there. So I feel much more just at peace. He said, you obviously the one that's right behind you guys is right on a hill, so you want to be careful of any kind of I don't know what you call it, settling. But I'm not going to dig anything deep enough to really worry about settling. It's just going to be pretty surface. I don't think that one over there, I don't think it has any kind of a tarp underneath it, but we're going to find out. That one over there definitely does. That one over there definitely does. And this one obviously does. So we're just going to go ahead and get back to work. I feel much more calm, much more at ease, and much more confident in digging all this stuff up. So back to it again. So let me just show you what we got going on over here. Right here, we had dug up on a previous day, and it was just all kind of tilled under, kind of not, but the tarp was dug up. So I pulled a bunch of this, more of the tarp over, and I got rid of a bunch of the beauty bark and got that off of there. And then I decided the tarp out of the whole bed and then go back through, and then I was just doing this little section right here, and I'm like, that's a lot of work. So I figured I'd try and just get a bunch of the tulips done. This is about it, what is buried under here already, plus all of this is about a quarter of the bulbs that I have. I use one crate in there. I have no idea if they're daffodils or tulips. I think that they are tulips. Let me show you. So if we need to zoom in and focus on any of these, I'm pretty sure that the majority of these are tulips. Just kind of doing a preliminary glance around on the internet. I think they're tulips, but the other one looks completely different. Let me show you the other one here. This one here looks more like an onion. And so I think, I totally could be wrong. And if I am wrong, I would love it if somebody would correct me in the comments below, because I want to know what these are. They're either tulips or daffodils, and both. So, but they're very, obviously you can tell they're very different visually, so they're different. And I think I just planted mostly tulips there. We're going to move on. And so I just wanted to show you what I'm doing so you have a little bit of context as to what I'm doing in the wind and the rain. And that's about it. So, you just saw me dig all of that tarp back, and I don't think it's coming through on camera, but so I was pulling all of this tarp back here, and then right here, there's like this circular indent. It almost like the size of a sewer drain, but I know the sewer's not over here. It's down there. Not gonna lie, I'm a little scared to open this thing up. So let's do this. Let's find out what it is. Okay. Over here. See what I mean? It's the weirdest thing. I bet there must have been a tree here. Maybe this is like a remnant of the tree that used to be here. So crazy. I don't know what to make of it. All these little... There's something living in here. Not just that beetle. I can't do it at that angle. So oh, my battery's about to die. So we figured out a couple of things. I was able to get in touch with the previous owners again, and because those little rebar circle things that I found there, I had a strong suspicion that they were the sewer, and I was right. So thankfully I didn't remove the concrete plug there. I was under the impression that it was down there. He told me that the drain field was over there. I don't know enough about septic systems or anything like that to know any different. I just assumed that it was all down there and I didn't have to worry about it. That is not true. There are two little concrete things here with some rebar attached to it, and he said that it shouldn't be an issue that I took up all the plastic. It was just a weed barrier, so no problem there. Just need to be careful with this bed in the future, and likely the only thing that will ever grow in this bed now officially is flowers, because I'm not about to plant in sewage soil. I don't know how that stuff works, but I'm just gonna steer clear and have a decent amount of distance between me and the food that I eat and the other the other part of the process. So we're gonna keep clear of that, at least for now. All right, so we finally got this bed all done. The tulips are kind of planted. I got annoyed towards the end and kind of just threw them in there, covered them up, but they're planted. So we'll see how well those actually do. I don't know. Hopefully being above the sewer will help it. Maybe, who knows. But anyway, so the next step is just gonna be the last step for now. And I have a big old bale of hay, straw. We're just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put that on the bed, cover them up, and just let them be until springtime. So let's do that and get it over with so we can be done for today. Wow. All right, so I think we're just about done here. I'm gonna go ahead and probably put maybe 1 or 2 more leaves. I think that's what they call it. What do you call those things? I got the whole bale, I know that, but I mean, I'm super new to this. Like, that was the first time I'd actually even busted open a bale of hay. Straw. This is straw. This is straw. There's no seeds or anything to it, and I think it would just be used as bedding, but it's free and it is carbon, so I took it. And so anyways, so all I think I'm gonna do with this is I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it be for a little bit. I'm gonna put another 1 or 2 in the little areas that are a little bit lower down, and then I'm going to give it probably a week or two, see what the weather does to it. If it sticks around and doesn't get blown away, hopefully it will get smooshed down a little bit, broken down a little bit, and I can add some more on top of it, maybe even finish up that bale that I have. So I'm just going to do that, and then I think that's pretty much it for me today. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. And stay tuned for the next video that I'm going to be doing, which I'm going to be making tomorrow, and that is just doing a ton of ferments in one day. We're going to be doing some sweet potato fly. We're going to be doing some actual like fermented sweet potatoes with jalapenos in it. We're going to be doing some fermented jalapenos. We're going to be doing some other stuff that I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, red onions. We're going to be doing some red onions. And just all kinds of stuff. So stay tuned. It should be a nice fun day for tomorrow here on the Fermented Homestead, where we are going to be making all kinds of fermented fun. So we'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.